This is a short introduction to using Refworks and Google Scholar. So what we're going to do is we're going to find articles in Google Scholar and we're going to export them into Refworks, which is a reference management system. So if I go to Google Scholar and I'm going to do a search and I'm going to look up safeguarding children and social work. So if I wanted to add this top article to Refworks, I can click on this speech mark here, and it provides me with a Harvard citation, but it's not the version of Harvard that we use at CCCU. So we do have brackets around the dates, so we can't just copy and paste that. We could export it into Refworks from here. It asks if I want to continue and I say yes. And then I can add it to a folder. So I'm going to add it to I'll call it my research essay folder and I'll import it. So it saved one document to my library, so I can say OK. And we can see here, this is my article. And if I create a bibliography, I can see that that now appears in the correct Harvard style. But importing one reference at a time is quite time consuming. So we're going to look at ways that we can bulk import references and add them to Refworks. So this time I'm going to put a star next to the articles that I'd like to add to my library. And you can see as I'm clicking on them, it says save to your library. That one's already done. Let's save to your library. So I'm creating this section in Google Scholar. And if I go to the drop-down menu and I go to my library, you can see the articles that I've chosen. So I can select all of these, the ones I've chosen, and I can click on this export button. Now this time Refworks does not appear, but if I choose Refman, what happens is it creates this thing at the bottom called citations RIS. It's a RIS file. So I'm now going to go back to Refworks, and from this front menu I'm going to add and I'm going to import references. So I have the option, I can drag this file over and it will be imported as Abbott Labs, that's fine. Import. And let's find our research essay folder. Yeah. And import. So it saved 10. So that's a lot easier to bulk import. And so you can see the articles on safeguarding. The only thing to be aware when you bulk import is the reference that's created with Refworks is only as good as the data that's brought in. And so if the data isn't accurate in Google Scholar, then you might find that there are missing parts of the reference. So let's have a look at this one, for example. So it's got most of the information we need, but you have got the option, if there's any missing information, is you can edit your document and add in a place of publication or anything that's missing. And then we can select all of these and create that bibliography. And so we've got our articles on safeguarding now. And a few others because I already had them in my research essay folder. So that's the end of my short introduction.